So Dokkan just released the information for the brand new LR Dr. Wheelo, which we had a sneak peek of in yesterday's video, as well as the upcoming EZAs for the AGL Giant Form Turles, as well as the physical Spirit Bomb Goku from the Turles movie. So let's start off with the EZAs for starters. So for the EZA physical Goku, we're just looking at the bold text here. He's physical type leader for 3 key and 50%, and int types enemies minus attack defense minus 43%. Nothing too crazy of a leader skill at all. 12 key super is supreme damage to the enemy, greatly lowers defense and raises all allies defense by 30%. That could be pretty handy, depending on his passive. His passive is changes into physical key spheres, 2 key and attack defense 130%. Power wishes category allies, attack defense plus 30%. That's very interesting. And then 25% attack and defense plus 50%, and turns to perform critical hit plus 5%. Per key sphere obtained. That's a decent amount of defense and attack for per orb, which is kind of crazy, actually, depending on how many orbs you get. He can be pretty defensively good because he's getting 130% defense at the start of the turn as well. When HP is 59% or less, for 3 turns, changes a random type of key sphere, excluding int and physical, to physical key spheres, and an additional attack plus 25% per key sphere obtained. A little bit of an HP restriction to get a decent amount of attack, but I don't think that is too important. The most important thing is getting that orbs for the defense increase, and then you can put him in the first slot. I don't know how much defense he's going to have, but if you put him in the first slot, raise all allies defense by 30%, including himself, that's going to be pretty good. And then we'll look at the AGL EZA Turles. So again, bold text, all allies 3 key, HP attack defense was plus 80%. Could be a redstone unit in the future. Definitely can feel that. It's with that. That's an EZA leader skill vibe for a redstone unit. Greatly raises attack for 1 turn, causes supreme damage with a high chance to stun. No raised defense like the Dokkan Fest exclusive Turles. And then for the passive skill, attack and defense 120%, an additional 3 key attack defense 120% when key is 9 or more, an additional defense plus 120% when there are 5 or more space traveling warriors category allies on the team. It should be pretty easy if you're running the physical Turles as your leaders. Performs an additional attack with a high chance to become a super attack when there's a low class warriors category enemy or a planetary destruction category ally other than this character attacking the same turn. And then I believe he has the same Grade 8 transformation stuff. If he had greatly raised defense on that attack as well for his super attack effect, he would have been kind of crazy. But still very solid, I would say, for this kind of EZA. Now for Dr. Wheelo, they did release animations for him. So let's have a look at these LR free-to-play animations real quickly. So this is an intro animation. If you haven't seen movie 2, it's a very good movie for Dragon Ball Z standards. In the space, makes sense. I haven't seen this movie in years. Alright, not bad, not bad. I believe that's the 12 key. What's this? 18 key? I thought it was going to be like a counter for a second. Not bad, not bad. Nothing too crazy. Active skill? Okay. That's kind of cool. Decent explosion. I rate that, I rate that. So now let's look at Dr. Wheelo's details here. His leader skill is Revenge category for 3 key. It is actually 130% stat boost. 12 key effect is raise defense 1 turn, lowers attack with colossal damage. 18 keys raise attack and defense for 1 turn, mega colossal, and seals enemies attack. That's pretty decent SA effects because we now know that prime battles are going to EZA. This is going to carry on really nicely. Passive skill has an entrance animation, and for 4 turns, key plus 4 and 80,000 defense when there's another revenge category ally on the team. So we are still seeing just flat boost for Prime Battle LRs until they EZA. And then he gets 3 key and attack and defense 100,000 when there's 1 enemy. You definitely only want to verse 1 enemy with this guy. So he's not a super battle road character. Key plus 3 and attack and defense plus 60,000. And if that enemy's HP is 60% or more, an additional 60,000 attack. And gains a medium chance to perform a critical hit when there are 2 or more enemies Medium chance to guard all attacks. Okay, there's some RNG factor in this guy for tank ability. This is nice because if he easy A's and that increases the chances, that would be really sick. 2 key and an attack plus 40,000 defense, 100,000 when HP is 40% or below. Unfortunate. That's going to be really hard to activate, and that's very important. Each little defense bit is very huge for this guy. An additional 60,000 attack and performs a critical hit once only. So we see all his defense, 100,000, 80,000 for only 4 turns, 180. And then he's at 240 when the enemy's HP is 60% or more. And then 100,000 if your HP. So he's like 340,000. He's like at 360,000, his best thing. And then he raises defense. That's going to carry him a lot. But the fact that you're not going to have this HP under 40% a lot of the time means that he's like maybe like 300,000 defense post super, which kind of sucks. And with his active skill, it can be activated when HP is 40% or below, which is good because he gets an extra bit of attack buff. Or from the 5th turn from the start of battle when there is one enemy whose HP is 60% or above. Again, not the worst restrictions ever. And then it temporarily greatly raises attack and causes ultimate damage to the enemy. Now, for his links, I was hoping he would have big bad bosses since he's literally the only bad boss in the movie, really. But he does not, unfortunately. He has Thirst for Conquest, though, and Revival, Prodigies. Yeah, nothing too crazy with these links, and then his categories here. Decent categories. Terrifying Conquerors, Movie Bosses, which, again, he should be in Big Bad Bosses then. Resurrected Warriors, Revenge, Battle of Wits, and Power of Wishes. Now, we also have the details for the free-to-play STR Turles. He is not easy-Aing, unfortunately. He's releasing at everybody else's time as well, which is tomorrow, about 24 hours from now. His leader skill as a TUR, attack and defense minus 30% down for enemies of physical typing. He has a 1-turn attack and defense raise with supreme damage to the enemy. 2 key and 120% attack and defense up. An additional 90% attack and defense when doing a super attack. And attack minus 30% down for all enemies. And stuns the attacked enemy with a medium probability. And when there are 2 or more enemies, attack and defense are further increased by 60%. Okay, so you definitely want to verse 2 or more enemies for that extra bit. It's going to help him out a lot. Guard all attacks with a medium chance. And if the attacking opponent is in the lowering attack state, 30% increase in the probability of dodge. Self-avoidance, dodge. So he has a medium chance to guard and a medium chance to dodge, which is okay. Medium chance is still very low. But if he easy A's and they increase the odds of that happening, that would be helpful as heck. Big bad bosses as a link, Thirst for Conquest. Very good link set, of course, being a Turles unit. And here are his 100% stats right now. Decent defense stat, actually. So that's pretty cool. And of course, that's going to increase when he easy A's as well, being a somewhat tanky unit when he guards. So now the last thing we have to look at in today's video is the new support memory. So from the 3rd turn of the start of the battle, when HP is 58% or less, for 2 turns, attack and defense to all hybrid Saiyan category allies, plus 20%. And then grade 8 power category allies morale plus 2. I forget, is morale just key? I forget if that's just a... if that's just a translation thing. And let's look at the animation on the right here. So we have Grade 8 Gohan and Icarus. Icarus like, calm down, fool. And then Gohan's like, yeah, dancy. Alright, that's pretty much it for today's video. That's the data download included as well. Let me know what you guys' thoughts on the units. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Until the next one, stay healthy, stay safe, stay busy. Peace out.